Yes. Before I even explain what's going on, the answer is yes. Yes, you can, to this challenge. Yes, absolutely, no question about it. Alright, cool, now I'll explain what's going on. So Fist of Awesome is a beat 'em up that I originally paid money for, but it's free now, which kind of upsets me a little. But aside from that, it's a fairly normal beat 'em up. You have your basic punch combo. You can run into enemies after stunning them to grab them and throw them, or just punch them in the face while you have them held. You can kick, which knocks enemies over, and has, I guess, slightly longer range. You can do a jump kick. But, you know, I didn't really care about any of those because I found out that by holding the punch button, you could do the attack we're doing right here, where your character makes a giant flaming fist appear and it deals more damage than any other attack and instantly knocks the enemies over. So I immediately thought, why would I use anything else besides this attack you're seeing right here? And I think how it's meant to work is that because this attack has a wind-up, you're not meant to spam it because the wind-up makes you vulnerable. But if you've ever played a beat 'em up before, especially an older style beat 'em up, then you'll get used to the timing almost immediately and be able to use this attack in nothing but this attack for the entire game. This attack also has longer range than any of your enemy's attacks, so, like, you can even wreck the bosses with it incredibly easy. So, can you beat this game only using the special attack, where you hold down the S key and your character makes a giant flaming fist appear, which is all we've been doing? Yes, absolutely, I already did it. And now I'm doing it on hard mode right here. No questions about it, it's very easy. In fact, using this attack and only this attack may be the easiest way to play the game, because knocking over enemies constantly is beneficial, since the enemies often swarm the screen. You have to put very little thought into what you're doing, you just have to get the timing of the special attack down, and then you've pretty much won the game already. Yeah, the game tries to introduce new enemy types, but you can handle all of them in the same way, because they are criminally stupid, and your special attack is just better. Just has a longer range. You want to use a normal punch? That's your problem. You can play the game and hurt yourself if you want. This is just the easiest way to do the game. This is just how you win. It's also the least boring way to do the game, believe it or not. The idea that the game would want you to think about what you're doing is kind of painful to me. So, you know, just being able to walk through all the stages, holding the S key and knocking everything over and killing it in 2 to 3 hits, that's incredibly my thing. I'm all good with that. But yes, the answer is 100% yes. Of course you can beat the entire game only using the special attack. The game is very poorly balanced. For what it's worth, it also has a very boring sense of humor. It does allow for unlockable characters for an arena mode, which is kind of interesting after the main story is over. But you can't play as any of the unlockable characters in the story, and there's no level select for the story, which, you know, I feel like those are basic quality of life features for a game like this, especially since, you know, this came out in the 2010s. You know, I think a level select shouldn't be out of the question. I get that most of the levels are identical, but, you know, there are some levels with mid-boss characters in them that are slightly different, and what if I want to play that level? But yeah, using the special attack the entire game, you know, there's no reason to use any other attack in your character's arsenal ever at any point. There we go. It's just that there's your answer. The answer's yes.